Hi folks, and welcome back to Smart ER. This is different, eh? It's just under the Smart Quickie banner. I did want to do this a little while ago and I ordered a part, and it's to do with the stop-start mechanism on the Smart 453 models. So I ordered a delete device and guess what, it didn't arrive, like most things during COVID. So I thought I'd make the effort of going through stop-start for anybody that's looking to buy one of the vehicles, but also anybody who's genuinely interested in what the stop-start functionality does, and pros and cons, I suppose. So, what is it? What is stop-start? Well, stop-start is a device, usually a piece of software that's installed by manufacturers, enabled by a button. So in the Smart 453, for example, on a UK car, on the right-hand side, on the lower part of the dashboard is a little switch, and it has a little LED light in it. When you press that switch, that means the stop-start device is in the off position. What does it do? Now, there's a question. So effectively what it is supposed to do is, as you approach a location which is going to bring you to a full stop, so here in the UK that could be a junction, that could be a roundabout, or generally just parking up, the vehicle management system, the engine management system, detects this and switches off the engine to save fuel. Okay. However, since as far back as I can remember, around about 1996, there was a little bit of study done that when a vehicle is coasting, a more modern engine vehicle, when it's coasting, it's actually not using fuel. So goodness knows, is this a gimmick? Maybe. If it isn't, if it is actually switched off, then there is nothing coming out of the tailpipe. But I thought that's what catalytic converters were supposed to do. Who knows? But anyway, that's what stop-start devices are. They cut the power to the engine and allows you then to re-engage the power as you put your foot on the clutch if it's a manual car. And if it's an automatic car, as soon as you touch the accelerator, it'll come back on and away you go. Is it any good? The whole reason why I bought a defeat device probably gives it away. In my opinion, and it's only my opinion, I think they're a load of rubbish. I don't think they save fuel. I think they cause excessive wear on the engine. So, for example, if you think about it, if I remember correctly, an average car in its lifetime in a year starts and stops 4,000 times. But if you do it in a stop-start vehicle, that increases to 20,000 times. So what does that tell you? That's 4, 8, 12, 16. That's 5 times. Good maths, that. That's 5 times more use on an alternator, 5 times more use on a starter motor, and all the belts that go with it. It's not good. Cars do not like to be in a stop-start situation. It's better and more efficient for the engine to be running at a constant speed. Not good. So, in my opinion, I don't like them for another factor, and that is when you are coasting up to that, say, roundabout, and you have a vehicle coming around and you want to just nip in behind it, you've eased off the gas, you've given yourself a space, and then you just want to filter in behind it and go around. No, not with your stop-start on. The car thinks you're coming to a stop, cuts the power, and that's the end of it. You then try and put your foot on the power to get it back. You're trying to anticipate where this car is going around the roundabout, and you might be just ahead of it or quite significantly behind it, by which time there's another car coming around, and now you don't know whether you're going to go for it or whether you're going to hold back altogether, and guess what? Your stop-start kicks in again. So yeah, it's for me it's not very efficient. I don't think it's the most confidence inspiring for new drivers as well. Another point on that. There is on our smart cars, even the 451s originally, the earlier, not the Mark II Smart for 2s, the batteries that are used, they have a designation. There's a few different designations, but these ones are called an AGM. I don't know what it stands for, but it basically means it's a more hardcore battery. It's tougher. it lasts longer, it's more resilient, it holds more power. But guess what? Doesn't that sound like a lot more of an expense? Yeah, at least double. So if you're going to leave that stop-start in place, you're going to more wear and tear on the engine parts, more wear and tear on the belts. You're going to put yourself potentially in more hairier driving conditions. And then when you eventually do change your battery, and my 2015 for 4 is about to have it changed, it's double the money. So I really can't tell the positives in this so far. Can you live with it? So I had on the Smart 451, they call it an MHD, which is a micro hybrid drive, which I think just translates into it puts even more power back into the battery when you're coasting, as well as the stop-start functionality. It was nothing to do with a hybrid in my position. I think it was marketing blurb. But on the new ones, this one I've got, I thought I'd give it a go. I thought I'd try with it. But again, that hesitation, it was just too dangerous for me. I'm not a ludicrously fast driver. I would consider myself to be quite patient and quite calm. But it was just too much of an effort. So now my routine is a behavioural routine. I get into the car, I push the button on once I've switched on the engine, and that's it. I turn off the stop-start. But that was going to be a bit of a pain, a bit of a chore. I don't use the 4 every single day, so sometimes I forget. And it's just annoying. But again, is that, in my opinion and in my experience, for me, it's a bit more dangerous. So I decided to buy myself a defeat device. Nothing to do with the VW Audi Group scandal and saying they have an enhanced MPG. No, it's literally a little black box with a couple of wires on. You pop out the switch, the stop-start switch. You unplug the cable, plug it in one end of this black box, and then the other cable you plug into your switch. You put it back in, switch on the engine, and that's the end of it. That's the theory. I've ordered one, it didn't arrive. I ordered another one, it didn't arrive. I've ordered another one. If it arrives, I'll do a video on it. Apparently it's a 3-minute, 4-minute install, so it's not hard. The other option, there's a really good resource for anybody that has any interest in smart cars. The chap's name is Evolution, Evilution, Evolution. Search him out on Google. He has an amazing resource for all smart users, and make sure you give him the credit he deserves, because he is. I don't know anyone else in the world that's got as much information that he has in such a professional way. So kudos to him. The other option is something for the OBD port. So it's a bit of an odd shaped connector that you get for all cars, again, I think since 1996. It sits usually underneath the lower part of the dashboard. On the smart cars, it's a little bit odd. It's not a standard one, but you purchase this little OBD device. You plug it in. It's supposed to speak to the engine management system and all the other ECU computers in the car and tells it to switch it off. Does it work? I don't know. A couple of bad reports about it. Not sure. But there is a way of doing it. Now, again, if you look up Evolution, you will see that he states that there is a couple of options. You need to have some specialist software which you have to purchase, and one of these OBD reader devices. But that tells the car and its ECUs to ignore it as well, and it's safe. And he says he's done quite a few, and there are a lot of good positive reports about it as well. So that's another way. So I think my way with the defeat device block is about £27. I think it's cost me, or is it 30? But I'd say about £30. But from memory, I think doing it the other way, you're looking at about 100-ish pounds to get it done. He pays your money, he takes your choice. But if he says it can be done, I trust him. But my way, if it works, great. There's an option for everybody and everyone's a winner. So those are your options. Option 1, leave it alone, drive it. Put up with the hesitation and pulling away and maybe having that delay and lag between the reaction that you want from your vehicle and the reaction you're going to get. Then option 2 is you can put one of these defeat devices in there. Like I said, the little black box with the wires, which is supposed to be 2 wires, boom, boom, Bob's your uncle. The other one is the OBD reader. Again, I don't have much positive news of that. Or you can go to somebody that has an OBD tool with the proper software from Renault and Smart, and they will do it for you. And then the other option is... what was the other option? Or buy another car. But yeah, once you put that key in the ignition, you turned it on and you use the stop start, even if you press the button to disable it and you get out the car, you go and do your shopping or whatever you do, you put it back in, you turn it on, guess what? I'm back. It just doesn't go away. So yeah, I said it was a little quick video. I thought I'd show you my ugly mug. I haven't seen it for a while. And I will get around to doing some more. I've got a couple of basic maintenance to do on the preventative maintenance to do on the Smart 453, the 4.4 I've got. So I've got air filter to do, I've got an oil change to do, and some plugs to do. So I'll see if I can get around to doing that. I've got a couple of weeks off soon. But other than that, again, thanks very much for your patience. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, it helps me. I would really appreciate it. If you have anything that you'd like to see on the Smart 453, put it in the comments box and I'll try and get round to it. But until then, it's cup of tea time. Take care.